So here we are, fresh from Emerald City Comic Con 2016, and I've got for you a haul video and I guess a little bit of a con review. As you can see, I cosplayed as Lady Loki. I was quite excited, made it all myself in case you were wondering. So I was terribly pleased. This is my first time at Emerald City Comic Con, so I was pretty pumped. It's also the biggest Comic Con I've been to, so that kind of added to the hype. Well, I admittedly bought a number of items. Not as much as some, goodness knows I don't have unlimited funds, but you know, I'll take you through some of the highlights. I guess the first thing we'll go for, we'll start with something I actually hadn't seen before. Some of you may be aware, what with my having the Marvel Collector Corps subscription, that I have a bit of a fondness for Pops. And this one is one I had not seen before. And this is the Game of Thrones Daenerys and Drogon, and actually Daenerys riding Drogon, which I thought was literally the cutest thing. Like, this is the first time I'd seen it. And the first time Loki's caught without a dagger, I swear to God, this is what happens. But, you know, let's get it open so you can get a look at it, because, I mean, of course, you see the box, but that's not really showing you my pop purchase. Let's get her. She was a cool 25 bucks, which is not bad at all. Not bad at all, considering I kind of received 2 pops. And I already have, actually, Viserion, but this is the two together. And look at her, she's a little splayed-legged, yeah, you know. It's good for dragon riding, but darn cute. Oh my God, I was super excited about that, and actually it's the first time I've taken it out of the box. Well, as you can see, I was struggling, but wow, really cute. I was really happy about that one. So we'll just set her over here, move on to my other purchases, because there are more. She can just hang out over there. The next one, actually, I got from the Funko Pop booth, which I visited quite a bit. Some may have seen my pictures posted on Funko's Twitter, which I was very pleased about, with me next to the giant Loki Dorbs. But what I bought here was the Captain America Civil War Dorb of Iron Man, because I realized I did not have an Iron Man Dorb, which don't tell people that, but it's true. But I just love this one. He's super cute. My God. Box. But all metallic and finished, looking terribly cute. I'm ready for that drink now. Oh, he's so adorable. He looks cute next to Daenerys. Now, it was interesting because when I bought Daenerys there, actually I had a purchase enough that I received a free Dorbs from my buyer, who I apologize, I cannot remember. But that Dorbs was also one I didn't have, which, considering how large my collection is, it seems like I should have all of these things. It's always strange that I don't. But it is a little Ultron, which very appropriate. He is so cute. And of course, Tony Stark's most terrible creation. There he is. In his most adorable incarnation. So I was super excited about that. Other purchases. Oh, I bought Purity, the post-Yoe anthology, from some lovely Canadian ladies who just, I mean, those of us who are creeps from the internet, of course, have a certain background in Yoe, and I have to say I was super excited about this because they were just really nice ladies, and they did a little scribble on the inside, which was super cool. And I just had to buy it because they were just so nice. And honestly, I love anthologies because, you know, you get more for your money. That's always really cool. Let's move on to our T-shirt haul here. I was actually really excited about my T-shirt items. Well, the first one, oh, these two are admittedly my favorites. And as soon as I saw them, I knew I had to have them. So we'll start off with second best and then move on to better. If you love Borderlands as much as I do, then I hope you're a fan of Hyperion. If not, too bad. But the old style Hyperion t-shirt here, Hyperion, that's accurate. And I gotta tell you, I was really excited about that. I realized I just had literally one Hyperion item of clothing, and that one was my gold Hyperion logo tank top, which, you know, I just can't wear that every day. So it's nice to have some options. But this, honey, this was the one. Those who know me know I've been very tempted previously to buy the Gentleman Jack whiskey, if only because of a love of a certain someone. And as well, the Handsome Devil wine. Now this, my good buddy, is a combination of some of my favorite things: alcohol and Handsome Jack. And wow, the Handsome Jack Pandora whiskey t-shirt. This one, you may notice it doesn't look as crisp as the other. That's because I slept in it last night. But don't judge me. It's beautiful, and I am really excited about this one. Yeah. I actually got from Woot, who is a t-shirt site, which actually has like a t-shirt subscription. They had I'd spent a lot of my money by the time I got these, and so these were actually like 2 t-shirts, like in their random bin, for $5, and that's a steal. So I had to purchase it, but still really cute. I had no idea what I was going to get, but this one is a fun Alice in Wonderland themed collage graphic piece, which is actually quite nice. Like and the t-shirt feels good. It's actually of a decent quality, despite the fact that like it was effectively $2.50. And considering it was in Washington, it seemed like, I guess tax was included. That's a deal. And this one, another random, but super cute, just mischievous foxes up to no good. You know, as a foxy gal like myself, can't help but be a little fond. But you know, it's random, but for $2.50, like, totally nice to kind of build your t-shirt stable. Not bad at all. And next, indeed, we have a few other random graphics. Now we're kind of moving on towards the art section of our daily activities. I found this fun Slytherin crest. And we're back after some brief technical difficulties involving batteries. But like I was saying, I would like to think that the God of Chaos would be in Slytherin, so I was excited to have this admirably well-rendered Slytherin crest. I feel oftentimes they kind of only do the whole Hogwarts crest, and you rarely get just one for each house, so I was excited about that, you know, just trying to further exclude Hufflepuffs, Gryffindors, and Ravenclaws, if at all possible. So, moving on to our next item, a little bit of original art purchased by moi. I was super excited about this. This was done by a guy named Jerry Miner, and he had, like, I mean, this was a steal. I won't even tell you the price because it was practically free. But those who know me also know that I'm a very big fan of Sherlock, and I was quite excited about these 2 original arts of Sherlock and John Watson. And not only that, but I mean, remarkably well rendered and just unrealistic enough to not be creepy. So I was really excited about that, let me just say. Quite good looking. I will include some stills of these guys for your viewing pleasure. But they turned out quite well. I was really excited about this just because I really didn't think I'd found any good original art this go around. Well, there was a lot of really great stuff, but I was like, I don't know if I'd really want this framed, or I don't know what I would do with it. There was a lot of that, so this was a hidden boon. I was quite excited about that. Another thing, though I have nothing to physically show you that I was excited about having received, is some people who've been to other cons might be familiar with the giant 3D scanner that they have. at many of the Comic Cons. And I went and made the splurge to purchase the scan data of essentially a scan of myself dressed as Lady Loki. So, and being I just got a 3D printer for my early birthday, I plan on depicting myself in statuary, which I'm not sure if there's anything more brilliant or more vain, but I am really excited about that. Like, I don't know how many of these I'm going to make or what I'm going to do with them, but god damn it, I'm going to, and I am really excited about that. So look forward to some postings in regards to my sweet attempts to 3D print myself. I'm really pumped about that. But last but certainly not least, actually was, let me start off with, I'm not usually a person who's super interested in like the autographs and celebrity guests that come to a con, just because it's one of those things where I'm paying for their time and it feels kind of awkward to me, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, I don't know how I feel about it, just because, I don't want to feel like, oh, they really want to interact with some other sweaty nerd going up to them and asking for whatever. But for those that know about my kind of extensive and vaguely creepy Handsome Jack collection, let me just say that I was super pumped about this. I had no idea who was there at this time, but I was just browsing through the program, and the name Damian Clark was on the program. And for those of you who don't know, he is the voice of Handsome Jack, which is the closest a human being may ever come to actually meeting Handsome Jack. So I paid my funds to have him autograph a Handsome Jack pop for me. And of course the lovely "I'm watching you" written on the box with his signature. And over here, also a paper was signed. "I love me," Handsome Jack here, and signed Damian Clark, obviously. But I was super excited. He was there, and I don't know, I didn't know how to react to a situation like this, but I'll admit, like, I was definitely surprisingly nervous upon meeting him. He was very much kind of like how I pictured he would be, and honestly, you can definitely see where they took the inspiration for Handsome Jack being there. Part of me was tempted to take a picture, but also part of me was like, it's already close enough to prostitution as it is. So it would be even weirder to pay to take a photo with a person. Yeah, so I didn't do that, especially because honestly I was mostly interested in his voice, but who isn't? But wow, I mean, still caught a pretty fine figure, let me just say, looking back on it. I did very much enjoy meeting him, and he did do a little bit of an impression for some of the folks there, which was super nice. But that was really great meeting him, and honestly, as you can tell, I'm still just a little bit flustered about the whole endeavor, but I was really excited. So that, admittedly, this is now the crown jewel of my current collection, Handsome Jack being kind of my Funko Pop muse. I've definitely repainted him a number of times, though I will say I think that Lady Loki is going to be my cosplay muse. I could see doing a lot with this cosplay. It's been very fun. But that's my haul. I'll say, I mean, as far as a review goes, the con's actually still going on. The tickets for Saturday were sold out by the time I bought them, which I know I'm an idiot, but still, it was a great time. I highly recommend it. Sunday's still going to be around to go there, so I mean, that's definitely pretty cool. There were a lot of fun things, a lot of artists. A lot of brilliant cosplayers like myself. I tracked down a couple Lady Thors and things like that. I was a little disappointed, though, that I heard that there's a very good male Loki out there in Seattle that I did not get to run into and take pictures with, which was sad because that would have been a pretty epic photo shoot. But you know, one of these days it's gonna happen. You know, I'm going to Rose City. Maybe they'll be there. I want to run into more Lady Lokis, more male Lokis, and take lots of photos. But you know, that's my haul. Not too shabby at all. I very much enjoyed myself, but as you can tell, I'm still kind of coming down from it. Still really excited. But it was a fabulous time, and I recommend it. You have to go to some Comic-Cons out there. It is always fun. People are always super nice. You all have a good night, of course, you know, that like, comment, subscribe thing. But regardless, I mean, you all enjoy the con.